How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. We have Chad Myers here.
How we doing, guys?
He came all the way from Ohio today to visit us at work at AirDog, and we gave him an awesome tour of the facility. I will put a link. It might not be as soon as the video goes up. I don't really know how long it's going to take you to edit it, but at some point I'll put a link to his video so you can go check that out right here. Pretty cool. We actually built an AirDog while we were at work today, so he got to see the whole process of how that works. And real quick, we're going to go ahead and check out his truck. This is his 03 6-speed 5.9 common rail. He's actually done a ton of work on it on your channel. I mean,
yeah, when I bought this truck, it sit for 3 years in the weeds. It was pretty much a basket case. I actually found it on Marketplace. They was asking $5 grand for it, and I went up to go look at it. I was about halfway there, and the guy that owned it called me and said the rear end locked up on it. These trucks, they run a gasket from the factory on the AAM 11.5 inch rear end, and unbeknownst to him, that had rusted just enough to allow that oil to seep out, so pinion gears and everything else, or the pinion fused to the housing. I couldn't even get it out, so it's become quite a bit of work, but it's on the road now and got all the main stuff, the have-to stuff done. Now it's time to do the fun stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, he had the bed off of it, completely coated the frame, did an AirDog install. Looks like he's got a Smarty tuner on it. It's like I said, 6-speed truck. You care if I show him inside?
Yep, go right ahead.
Really want to show you guys this gauge cluster. I'm going to try to talk Corey into getting one for his. But he's got his ISPRO gauges, and he's got this little cubby hole. He's got all 3 of the gauges put in there. I thought that was super cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to talk Corey into doing that on his common rail, but I know he's going to complain because he likes to have the space.
Yeah.
So
one thing I will mention, if the truck's 4-wheel drive and it has heated seats, that doesn't have that cubby hole.
Oh,
that
yeah,
cubby hole is used
right.
for
So
those buttons.
unless you wanted to move them at that point, it's really not worth it. But yeah, this is Chad's truck. You guys, I'll put a link to his actual channel in the description below. We are going to be doing a little bit of collabs together. He was just over in the area at my work, obviously, and he stopped by a couple other places as well. So just kind of trying to start things off good for the year, and we're going to make a couple videos this year. We're going to go to the track. I think, is it in June at Kilcare?
The ODS event is June 5th, I think.
Yep.
That's Firepunk's their second event. They started it last year, and this year will be their second annual.
Yep, and we'll all be there having a great time, and we're going to make a couple videos together. I think he's going to drag race something.
I'm hoping. If not, I'll have the caddy there.
If not, he'll have something cool for everyone to look at. So I think we're going to hop inside so he can kind of show everyone on his channel Mason's build, and maybe the shorty real quick. We can do a little walk around to that if you want to check it out.
Yep.
So as soon as we get in here to the garage, Chad is already talking me out of my nice industrial Cummins valve cover. He actually pointed something out to me that the oil fill in these generally on the industrial ones is in the back, and that's, I mean, that makes sense because it's probably being like a school bus or something, the engine.
Yeah, and that's what they are. It's on the school buses. Actually, I think maybe on the school buses they're in the front. One of them, generally when you see these and they have the Cummins stamp and the 24 valve on it like that, the fill is always in the back. I think these are a marine cover, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure somebody out there can correct me. If you know, please do. But I believe the marine covers have the fill up front. Otherwise, most of the Cummins 24 valve, the fill is in the back.
Yep, and it's really nice too. For like the reason why I had it in the Cummins is because it just, I mean, there's nowhere on it that it says Dodge.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just showing Chad around the shop a little bit, showing him the trucks, trying to talk him into doing stuff to his trucks that he probably doesn't need to.
Or if you can just cut the cow,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. So yeah, he's just pretty much checking out Mason's truck a lot. Mason's not here. I don't know. He's supposed to be here, but he's apparently a little too busy, and he's just checking everything out before he heads home. And yeah, you guys once again will have to go check out a longer tour of the shop on his channel. So also want to let you guys know I did get a couple parts in today. I got a tappet cover from Keating Machine, so I will throw that in one of the videos at some point, unboxing that and installing it and everything. And then I did get some fittings for the Keating Machine valve cover to do like a blow down. This does have the catch boxes on the side of it, and then I'm going to run the dump tubes down the side of the 12 valve engine over here. But I kind of wanted to dedicate a video to that just because I think that You know, it's really important that you guys understand, you know, if you can change these tablet covers, they will save you a lot of hassle, because they're just so prone to leaking. Once you add timing and stuff, and you're turning your compression up and your engine's making, you know, more blow by and stuff, it's extremely likely to blow those seals out. So I think those are a really good upgrade. And yeah, but anyways, like I said, we're gonna save that for a separate video. Do you mind to tell us a little bit about your second gen? Obviously, you didn't bring it with you.
No, I left that one at home. I've got an 02. It's actually, I guess I call it my survivor truck because it came out of California. It's only been in Ohio for probably about 5 years now. 2 years prior to me buying it. I've owned it for 3 years, so 5 years in Ohio. I've got a lot of money and a lot of work in that truck. It's got a complete Carly suspension with King remote reservoir shocks on it. I think I did a 3-inch lift with it. A lot of that stuff was done prior to me buying it, so I didn't have to do a lot of work on it. It has a lift up on it, but it has the other guy's pump on it.
The other guys. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. It has an S300 turbo, 125 horse injectors. When I bought it, it had 250 horse injectors in it, and it was just smoke and puke and slob.
Yeah, it probably runs better now.
It does run a little bit better. I did lose some fuel mileage by putting the 125s in it. Why, I don't know. I still have not yet to figure that out. The 125 injectors, 103 Hamilton springs. That runs an edge comp box. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff.
There's tons of stuff, but whenever you get called out like that, it's hard to think of everything that you've done to it. Yeah, you'll think of other stuff later. But
I just put new tires and wheels on it last year. It was cheaper to buy all new tires and wheels versus just new tires. I went with the TSI, the 544 black milled and the -44 offset.
Yep.
The truck sits really nice.
It's a really nice looking truck, so you guys will definitely have to go over and check that out. It's a really, you just really took your time on it, man, and it's turned out really nice, and I'm jealous of it.
California sun fade. It needs a paint job, but there's no rust on it. That's what I like the best about it.
Right. It's a nice, beautiful truck. So. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up our little collab so far. I mean, more or less it was for him. He got to come over, check out everything at AirDog. So make sure you guys go show him some love and check out his channel. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for now. I'm going to probably put a clutch in that Jeep, start doing it tonight, try to get it knocked out. I don't know how long that's going to take. So, yeah, without further ado.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The second time we met, I guess.
That's right. It was a PRI.
Got to spend a couple hours together today, and really look forward to doing some videos together. So.
Yep. If you guys need a pump, check out AirDog. It's the best on the market.
Yeah, he got the plug.
There you go.
But right on, man.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah. But all right, man. We'll see you later.
All right, later on.
Yep. Hey guys, we got Skylar over here. It's been forever since he's been on the channel. He actually has broken his leg in 6 places all the way down. No, I'm just kidding. But he did mess his leg up pretty bad, messing around in the river with Derek.
Yeah, it was no good.
It was straight up not having a good time. So he's got to go get an MRI Monday. Hopefully his leg's not broken. They've got him filling out paperwork at work. He's a machinist and they have him doing stuff on, he's just going nuts. But anyways, so I had this is my daily driver car. It's a 2016 Ford Fusion, and I've had a hell of a noise. I mean, I cannot stress to you guys how loud this noise is in the back, and I think I've found it finally. I mean, it literally just started yesterday, and you can't drive the car. It's louder than the radio. I mean, it's like, it sounds like just someone with a pot and pan in the back, just banging it together. And I found one video on YouTube a guy put up, and I think this is what it is this little mount right here. You can see that little bit of play, and I think that's what the noise is. So I got the shock out of here. I probably should have got a new shock. This one's not in horrible shape. Maybe. I don't even know if it's gonna compress again now. So I don't know. I might be putting a shock on it too, but I'm gonna try to see if I can just switch the bracket out. And I got my new one right here. Make sure it's the same one real quick, I guess. Oh, I hope it is. I really do. I believe it is. Yep. So I'll go ahead and switch this out, and we'll try to take it on a drive real quick and see if it fixes it. I got this old shock bushing off of here, and yeah, I really hope that fixes it. So we're gonna go drive it real quick, because I don't really know what it is. If not, probably going to the dealership tomorrow to trade it in. Okay guys, so here's this Jeep. It's a 2007 Wrangler. It's a 3.8 liter V6. Corey's going to put intake gaskets on it. Needs an intake gasket and possibly something else. I'm going to put a clutch in it, so to jump in it, we have to take, there's a boot here. You guys can't see anything. There's a boot right here we got to pop out of it, and then we can take our shifter off, and then we're going to roll it forward over the pit. I'm going to start taking it apart while Corey works on that. So I'm going to pop this boot out of here, and yeah, I'm probably not going to record a ton on this, guys. It'll probably just be once it's done, to be honest with you guys, because we're trying to get it knocked out. So I'll catch up with you at some point. All right guys, we're getting pretty deep into this Jeep project. A couple hours in now. Corey's got the whole intake pulled off of it. You can see there in the back where the intake gasket actually blew out. So down underneath, I mean, I got pretty much both the drive shafts loose. Taking the exhaust loose now. There's not really a lot to see. Just unplugging a bunch of stuff, and we're about to drop the exhaust out of it and pull the trans back. Corey also put a water pump on it, and yeah, it's getting really, honestly, quite a bit of work done, but we're trying to get it all knocked out tonight so we don't have to mess with it tomorrow. So we're gonna keep chugging along. All right guys, it's now going on 11:30. We have been just straight hammering down on this thing. I finally feel like I've had enough to where I can take a quick break to show you guys what we got going on, but definitely new for me working on a pretty new Jeep like this, so big learning curve. But this clutch, you guys can see it wouldn't even move at all. Clutch material just completely gone. And we got the new clutch in, transmission back in. Corey's got all his gasket material and stuff cleaned up. He actually stopped taking a break from that and helped me with this. But we got it down, new pilot bearing, throwout bearing. I'm about to stick the exhaust back up in it. But just to kind of show you guys what we're working with. It's a 6-speed transmission. And just kind of show you everything on it. I had to drop the exhaust. Wouldn't have been able to do it without dropping the exhaust, so. Teeny low engine, but moving right along. We're about to put the exhaust back up underneath it, cross member, drive shafts, the shifter, and we're done down here. All right guys, we are pretty much wrapping up right now. It is currently 1:20 in the morning. Just topping off all the fluids, cleaning up a little bit. It was a job, that's for sure, but we got it all knocked out. Everything's good, no check engine lights, anything like that. So we really just got to test drive it, and it'll be ready to go home. It's a really nice Jeep. It's got like some big aftermarket wheels and tires on it, and aftermarket lights. These things are pretty cool. I'd love to have one, but they're expensive. 6-speed manual, obviously, but yeah, they're pretty sweet. I really like them. So we'll get this thing driven and verify everything's good and send her home. All right guys, Corey is driving the Jeep now just to verify that everything is good to go on it. It's pretty much 2 in the morning. I'm extremely exhausted, but I'm so glad we got that knocked out tonight. It's Friday night, obviously, so we can focus on the trucks this weekend. I do have, you guys already seen the beginning of the video, some parts for that. So I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow, doing installation, pull that P-pump off, put that tap cover on, do a video kind of dedicated to that. And Mason got his intercooler on, got his radiator mounted. He got the charge pipe made from the, well, it's just mocked up now. He's gonna order a blue boot, so that way it matches. And I think he's gonna order a piece of chrome or polished stainless pipe, nice and shiny with rolled beads on it, and then cut it and then kind of weld it back together, or what?
We'll probably just cut it exact length like how it is now, and just roll beads on it.
Okay, so we're gonna have to roll at least 1 bead on it.
Yeah, I'll buy a bead roller.
Okay, so I mean, you can get bead rollers at Harbor Freight. We did see them a couple couple times ago when we went up there, I think we seen them, but we should be able to roll bead on that, so that way this boot's not slipping off. But it looks like it fits really nice. There's not like any...
It's really tight.
Yeah,
it's definitely long enough to where we probably honestly wouldn't need
right.
it.
Like the setup we had before when we kind of modified for the S400 Charger, it was kind of always in like a bind, and it just really didn't...
Always rubbing this radiator.
Yeah, it just didn't fit very well, but this fits absolutely perfect, and we should have no problems. He did actually have to extend, if you guys see the oil drain tube, he had to extend that down a little bit. He had to put like a piece of the stock tube on there because it wouldn't fit. And then you guys can kind of see Bailey made a, or was it Bailey or somebody he works with, made a 1 inch, so that's a T4 adapter, but it brings that turbo off the manifold 1 inch, so that way the compressor housing doesn't hit, because it was hitting right here before. But we got that made, got it on there. It's permanently tight. We are gonna have to cut more of the cowl out, which we didn't think about, for the downpipe, and so that way we can run it out and then come up. We're obviously gonna run a hood stack on the truck. We're not gonna mess with putting the exhaust on it, just because it's extra weight, and I mean, there's just so much room in here, and he just doesn't really care. We're just gonna run a hood stack. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's gonna wrap it up for tonight's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and also go check out Chad's channel again. I'll put a link to it right here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him, check out his videos. He puts tons of good informational videos out. Does tool reviews, all kinds of stuff, pretty much anything you can think of tool related, he does reviews on it, and very educated guy. So go check out his channel, and look forward to more collabs with Chad in 2020. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. See you guys in the next one.